Hello everyone. Sorry for keep you waiting. Welcome on my first. I think this is first live stream on Instagram. I didn't do live stream on my account before. I used to do a few times on some other account, but today I just want to test some of my new streaming tools, some programs to stream on Instagram. So that's why I decided to make this stream. But anyway, I will make today a short demo. I think the live stream on Instagram they are limited to 1 hour, so I just have 1 hour to make the painting like the whole painting. So we will start right away. So for today, I will paint this topic. This is a view. This is a city from China, from the central part of China, from Anhui province. This is very typical architecture for this region, but we will make it very like in the Asian way, like very flowing way of painting. Very like a lot of wet on wet techniques we will use with this painting. So actually I didn't know what should I paint within 1 hour. So I choose like a first subject which come to my mind. But anyway, I'm sorry for those who speak Polish. For those who prefer that I will speak Polish, I think there are a lot of you. But I used to do a lot of classes in Polish, so today I decided to make it like in English for a bigger audience. I believe that many of you, many Polish speaker, they also understand English, so we will keep we will use English for today. But anyway, if you want to ask me a question, you can ask in Polish. I can answer you in Polish. You can ask me in Vietnamese as well, if you prefer. Okay, so let's start. As you see the picture on the screen, we have a few white buildings. We will start with the white buildings. Actually, I pre-wet the paper first. I pre-wet the paper like 25-30 minutes ago. So usually when I paint, I prefer to have like a little bit moist paper. So I pre-wet the paper and then I wait around 20-25 minutes to let the front face of the paper to dry. Okay, so what we will start here, we will paint today without drawing, just to make this painting very like a little bit like this, very freely sketch. So firstly, I will catch few with few strokes. I will catch the shape of building. They are very light, as you can see here. It's almost light, almost no pigment here. So the color is very similar to the white of the paper. It's just a little bit of pigment, a little bit of blue pigments. So we will use blue pigments here. So I catch the shape of the building here. We have the shape of the building. This is how we start, and just to this is how we start, just to plan somehow how those buildings, to plan how big those buildings are on our paper. So for those who didn't know me, didn't know how my style of painting, because I believe that many of you maybe attend my courses already, but for those who um, never seen me painting, um, I can explain to you that my style is mostly I prefer like a little bit more freely way of painting, faster way of painting, like a little bit. I prefer to catch the mood of the place of the topic, rather than focus too much on details, and also I also I mean, for that reason, I would prefer to use bigger brush. As you can see, I have the bigger brush here. So with the bigger brush, I just catch few strokes, few first strokes here to plan um, what we will have on our paper. Okay, so this is what we have here. This is the shape of the buildings. Not sure I will because I'm reading the comments, if there are any comments on the second from my second account, from my school account, because I'm streaming from computer, and I don't see the streaming screen. I don't see what people what you are writing in the comments, so I need to use another device and log in from another account in order to read comments. Okay, so this is the first layer, the building. Now we will go for the sky. So for the sky, we will have a little bit cloudy. Actually, this is not sky. This is mountains in the back. This is not sky. You see in the corner of the picture, on the right corner of the picture, you have a little bit of white. So this white, this is sky, but the bluish color in the back we see is actually some mountains in the back. So we will go for those mountains. We will use a little bit bluish gray color. So for those kind of mountains, I will prefer to use a little bit more opaque pigments. So here I am using a little bit of cobalt blue, a little bit of quinacridone violet, Davis gray to make it a little bit, to make it even more opaque, and we end up with this kind of color. So as you can see, very simple, just few strokes, and we have the mountains in the back. We will have a little bit of trees here also in the back, but we will come back to those trees later on. Now we will move to the lower part of our picture, from somewhere from this, maybe this, from this line down. We will have those flowers, those yellow flowers. So let's go for those yellow flowers. Usually I am streaming on Facebook, so I have horizontal screen, and you can see also my palette. But for Instagram, we have very vertical screen, so I can fit only the paper. But if you want to see how I mix color, how my palette look like, I will show you later on. But for now, let's make those flowers. They're somewhere here. I will go with one strokes, another strokes. So we want to have this kind of dry brush strokes. As you can see here, we have a little bit of white, in between those structure of the paper. So we want to keep some of those white, here visible. And later on, I think I will, maybe now I can make another strokes with a little bit more greeny color. So this yellow, actually we can mix the yellow we use here with a little bit of cobalt blue. Mixing yellow with blue, you will get green. So we have green from cobalt blue and this yellow color I use here. And now I go for some of those green tones on the flowers. So yellow color, they are like the top of those flowers are yellow, and when we go deeper into this field under those flowers, we have leaves, we have more green color. So those green you see here, those are green which are visible in between those small flowers. So we can add few strokes, few dots of those green color. We can also, with our brush, with our finger, we can snap the green color. So the color we can snap the color here. So we will have this kind of small dots. And below those line, we have more greens. So now I should take more green tones. We can mix a little bit of yellow or yellow ochre, and we add those green here. So we create a little bit of those, a little bit of transition from yellow color mixing with white into the yellow mixing with green into green. So here we have green mixing with yellow actually. So we more green, less yellow, and below that, on those grass here, on those grass on the foreground, we have just green color. So here we can use some green pigment. We can use hooker's green, we can use sap green, we can use viridian mixing with some yellow color. Okay, so here we create a transition. We have some wooden wall here, but those wooden part we will add later on. This wooden part here is darker, is darker, so we can add later. But actually, we can think: do we need this wooden wall or not? So always keep asking: do we need that? Some of those details, or we can remove it from our picture, from our from our reference. Okay, so now I think is good moment to come back to this sky. Actually, this is not sky. This mountain, this background. I come back to this background. So always we will need to painting with watercolor is it is also catching the moment. So we need to check the paper if the paper is moist enough or dry enough for us to continue the painting. And as you can see here on the back, we have some trees. Those trees are very very soft. So in order to get this a little bit soft soft effect, we need to put it on the moist paper. If you put it on the wet paper, if the paper is too wet, those pigment will run away, will spread out, and we won't get the shape of the trees. If you put it too late, the shape will be too sharp, and also it's also not good. So in order to make the perfect trees, you need to, with your fingers, check the moistness of the paper, and if you feel that this is right moment, you will start paint. But how to know that is the right moment? Of course, it will come with the experience. If you paint, if you have more experience, if you paint more, you will know when to put the color to get the effect you want to have. And as you can see here, we have very moist, very soft trees, but those trees, those strokes I put here, actually I keep the shape. Here we have some trees. Here we have some trees as well. And here we have some more trees. So the upper part of those trees will be a little bit lighter, a little bit less visible. And now we're coming down to the lower part. Lower part will be a little bit stronger. We will use a little bit stronger pigment here, but also a little bit cooler pigment. So I add a little bit of ultramarine blue to this lower part. This is background. We don't want to overdo the background. We don't want to put too much details on the background. We want to let the viewer um, to look at at those building, at those main object here. So the building, the entrance here, and the tree on the second ground, which will be here. So we don't want to overdo the background. We don't want to drag attention from the focal point to the back. So just few strokes here will be enough. Agnes, what kind of brushes are you using? Natural hair? Yes, I prefer to use natural hair. Most of my brushes, actually, I very like Chinese calligraphy brushes. They are made out from actually the Chinese, they call this is wolf brush, but I'm not sure that this is wolf hair. I also like goat hair. So this is this white brush here. This is goat, or goat mixed with some squirrel hair. So they are very soft. Those white brushes are very soft. This is more stiff. I also like one stroke. One stroke. This is Winsor Newton one strokes, and This is also natural hair, and the big one I used from the beginning. This is called hake. Hake. This is Asian or Chinese or Japanese flat brushes with mostly they are made out from the goat hair, the white hair, but I have here the black hair. I'm not sure from which kind of animal it is, but this is a little bit harder, with a little bit harder hair than the traditional standard goat one. So those, let's say, those typical European brushes, like those one strokes or these round brushes, they are more precise. They are smaller. Chinese brushes, they are bigger. They support the more freely way, like the more freely way of painting, like you paint with which might more dynamic strokes. Okay, so here let's add a little bit of those background. As you can see here, somewhere here we have those roofs, those darker roofs, but now the background is just too wet. I can put those roofs for now, so I need to wait a little bit, and in the meantime I will add some details here on those building. So here we have some part in the back of the building, like some part in the background, something like that. We have some entries here. And we have yeah, those entries we will make it darker later on, but now we can point out that we have the entries here. As you can see, I prefer to use like a bigger brush, like this one stroke brush. They are those brushes are very precise. They are very like the as you can see here, the line of the shape of the brush is very precise. So with like one or two strokes we can finish some of those details. So I will prefer to limit it limited the number of strokes I make on the painting. So it's better to get the result with one or two strokes with bigger brushes rather than with many strokes with the smaller one. So here we have some of those roofs. So I just touch the paper with this with this end of this brush. So it's like making stem. So I just make a stem like that. But those part, some of those parts are too wet, too moist. So here we have entries, but as you can see, the paper is still very moist here. But anyway, here we have sharp details. So here is our more focal point, and those parts are like a background for like this door is the like the main one, and those two doors are the like some kind of the secondary doors. So we can make it a little bit softer. It doesn't matter if we see the details or not. Over here we have some details like that, and here we have some roofs, but I will add it later on. So actually now we need to wait because all our paper here around is a little bit too wet, so I need to wait a little bit. because the whole paper is wet. I need to wait for it to dry to add more details, so we need to wait. But I have my wine here. I wish you all the best. So many artists like to mix watercolor, water, and wine together. Um, Wine is the things which um, yeah. If you have wine in your hand, you can wait for the right moment more peacefully. Uh, Otherwise, maybe you just, if you look at the painting and you stay waiting, and you keep thinking what you should do, maybe you don't have um, you won't be patient enough to not, to start to paint. If you start too early, the paint will run away and it will ruin your painting. So be patient, keep your wine or whatever you like to drink or to eat near your painting, and when you need to wait, just make use of those wine and wait the right amount of right amount of time. I'm so sorry, I don't understand Russian or Ukrainians, but I understand Polish. Weszłaś w najlepszym momencie. Oczywiście, że weszłaś w najlepszym momencie. Dlatego musiałem te streamy po godzinie 21 zrobić, kiedy już dzieci pójdą spać. Okay, so the tips was that because this is very late stream. This is 9 p.m. in Poland. So I believe that those under 18 years old, they are not watching my stream. They went sleep a long times ago. So I can promote. I can promote drinking wine during the walk. No, I'm not dipping my brush in the wine. The wine I keep on the left side, and the water for brushes and paint I keep on the right side. So this is another tip. Don't keep your wine or your tea or your whatever you have for drink on the same side of with on the same side like with your brushes, because it's almost impossible to not dip your brush into the wine. Okay, so I just keep adding a little bit of details here. Maybe now is good. I think maybe now is good moment. Maybe I should add this wooden. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But I feel this area is a little bit too flat. Maybe this area is a little bit too flat. I think we need to do something here. Maybe we will make it a little bit more visible. Maybe we use a little bit more paint, a bit more thick paint, and we change a little bit. We're not doing the same things we have on the picture. We want to change a little bit here, so I will keep doing. I will add a little bit of those strokes, and now I think let's try some new tools. So I don't know. No, I don't have new tools. Just smaller brush. And with this smaller brush, maybe with green color, yeah, I want to add some of those like more geometrical shapes here, just to create a little bit of the texture of of the foreground. So we want to have a little bit more information, more texture here. So few dry brush strokes, as you can see here, few dry brush strokes, more vertical or horizontal, something like that. Maybe a little bit darker. Maybe I will add a little bit darker strokes. So this must be the effect of the wine. So we feel more energy now to make the painting more freely, more dynamic. So when we paint, we want to show the energy we have. We want to put the energy we have into our painting. So everything which may give you some positive mood, some positive energy, may affect on the final result of your painting. I think now it's look a little bit better because the buildings are very wide, like very light. So we want to have something like something stronger on the foreground to create a higher contrast. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with the foreground. Maybe I will use this I forgot how we call these sticks in English, painting knife or something like that. I don't know, but I will use this later. Now I will come back. I'm not sure I can come back to the. This is still too wet. Okay, I need 1 minute of break. I will dry my painting with the hair dryer, and I will come back right away. Don't run away. Okay, so I just dry my painting a little bit. I didn't dry it completely. I don't know. I didn't want to have this. I mean the paper to be completely dry. I need to move my chair a little bit. Just a little bit to speed up the drying process. Normally I will wait, but for the Instagram live stream, I just have 1 hour, so I couldn't wait longer. So now we will go for the roofs. Let's go for some dark color. Dark color, it may be neutral tint. Oh, okay, maybe now is good moment to show you my palette. So here's my palette. Okay, I moved it too far. Here's my palette. Neutral tint for the roofs. So we have some dark color. I mix with the ultramarine blue to give it a little bit the cooler tone. I can give a little bit of the turquoise, a little bit of cobalt turquoise light to make it to give a little bit of this greeny shade, turquoise shape, and also to make this mix a little bit more opaque. Okay, so we will start with the roofs, and later on we will go for the trees. Okay, let's move the palette back and the paper back, and let's go with the roofs. So we will start with those which are here. As you can see, the paper is still moist, but this is exactly the moistness which I want to have. Okay, so here is so as you can see, I make strokes. These strokes, we have a little bit soft edges, but we also have dry brush strokes effect. So this is the dry brush strokes effect, and the paint, it doesn't run away It's run just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't run. It keeps shape, but it creates for us this little bit of the softness, soft edges. Okay, so we have the roofs here. Now on those here on the left, we have a bit more reddish tone. So for this one here, we're still using the same color. So this is the same mix: neutral tint, ultramarine blue, a little bit of cobalt turquoise. And for this one here, we will have a bit more reddish tone. I will add caput mortuum. Caput mortuum is like a red, a little bit opaque color. Or you can add burnt amber if you like. So let's go here. And the small one, and there on the back it will be more bluish. So I come back to the bluish tone. I add a bit more ultramarine blue. Here I need to correct this shape. It should go higher here a little bit, something like that. Those roofs here, it can be darker a little bit because those are those closest to us. They are the biggest one. You can use caput mortuum to get this a little bit of brownish red color. This is not like a red pigment. This is brown pigment. Caput mortuum, or you can use Indian red. This is also brown pigment. If you like my way of painting, if you want to learn how to paint with watercolor, or you can, or if you already paint but you want to like develop your skill to move it to the higher level, I invite you to my classes. I have online classes. I'm teaching in Polish, in English, in both language. Also, I have in Chinese as well, if you speak Chinese. But anyway, I have the online course, the basic level. The basic levels, they are for those who never paint. They didn't know anything about watercolor. They don't, but they want to learn. They want to start the journey with watercolor. I have the basic course recorded already in 23 videos. And of course, I'm making some correction and some review of students' works. I have also more advanced classes for those who already know how to paint and want to learn something new. So I will start new groups very soon. In September, I will start new groups. So if you're thinking about learning watercolor, just let me know, and I will send you all information you need about those courses. Okay, so we have the roofs. I think it's enough amount of roofs here. We have some lines here, some small lines. We will add some of those lines. We have some here. We have some this kind of lines. We have some decoration things on the wall here and here. And also we have this tree. We didn't add this tree so far. So I think now is a good moment to add leaves for those trees. Wiesz czy nie wiesz? Nie wiem czy wiem. Po, tak, czeka na zajęcia w październiku, tak? Rozumiem, że jesteś zapisana na zajęcia w październiku. Albo jak nie jesteś, to daj mi znać. Można się zapisywać już na zajęcia w październiku. A jak to woli, to może być i we wrześniu. Im lepiej, im szybciej się zapiszecie, tym lepiej. Bo nie wiem, jak długo jeszcze będę mógł prowadzić zajęcia online. Okay, so I'm few words in Polish because I'm answering some question. But anyway, if you want to learn watercolor, you can join my online classes or my stationary classes in Warsaw if you live in Warsaw or somewhere close. Okay, so I use here very opaque color. I use green, but I add a little bit of white pigments like titanium white. So many artists which prefer more traditional way of painting, they are not using white pigments in watercolor, especially those artists like artists from Poland, from Ukraine, from Russia. They prefer to use more transparent watercolor. Okay, so I have my spray. I think we need to spray a little bit. So just cover some of the part of our painting and spray a little bit to let the paint flow. So I start with leaves here because the leaves are lighter, and I will add branches later on. So as you can see, this background, those roofs, they are still moist. We just paint it. So now when we have leaves are lighter, but those leaves just mix the color of those green color just mix with this darker color in the back, and we get the effect of the roofs covering by leaves, but we still see somewhere in between the leaves that there are some details, there are some roofs behind. So we get a little bit of those transparent effect, but this is not transparent like glass. This is more like that we have some small leaves and we can see the image in between. Okay, so we have something like that. I think we should add a little bit more some lighter, more yellowish colors at some areas, maybe here on the top, maybe a bit more white. And the lower part we will add a little bit of the gray color. We want to make the feeling of leaves in the shade. So we have leaves in the shade here. Okay, I think this is enough for now. Okay, let's add some more details, some windows. We have some windows, some a little bit bluish color of the windows here, somewhere here. They have two big windows here. just 2 strokes. I wanted to add some scratches here. I think still I still can. Those wooden wall here. I will do it with this painting with these painting knives. I'm not sure how I should call this. So we don't want to make it too visible. Few. Maybe we will later add a little bit of dry brush strokes here as well to mix with those scratches. But for now, I'm leaving it like that. I want to scratch here on also on those windows, but they are too wet. Maybe I will add some scratches here on those roofs. When is the perfect moment to use painting knife? When the paper stop reflecting the light. So I mean the water. Firstly, when you wet the paper, you have a lot of water on the paper and it reflects light. And when the paper stop reflecting light back, that means that we don't have more. We don't have too much water on the surface. This is the good moment to scratch. So the paint, the paint is still moist, so you scratch. Actually, you move the paint which are on the surface of the paper, but you're not damaging the paper. Okay, here we have red color. Some accent. We have some accent here. Some red color. So we add a little bit of red color to show a little bit of like to highlight the door, this door, to highlight the and this like this focal point. So we have a little bit of red here on this side. We have a little bit more black, like black, the dark color. We can use a little bit smaller brush, like smaller brush, and add a little bit of yes, still wet, but not shiny. It need to be wet. It need to be moist a little bit, but not shiny. Then you can use this painting knife. Otherwise, if your painting is dry already, you can use normal knife and you scratch out the paper if you want to have some highlights. But in order to scratch out with your like a paper knife or something like that, you need to wait for painting to be completely dry. Okay, so I adding detail. Actually, I'm pretending that I'm adding detail here. I'm pretending that I'm adding something because it doesn't matter what we see there. We just pretend that we have some details there. We create a little bit stronger contrast, white wall, dark background. So you need to test out. You need to test with the painting knives, because we need to feel when when to use that. For most of the time, we will do it too early and we damage the paper. So instead of having light strokes, light scratches, we will have dark or black scratches. Completely opposite. And if you do it too late, there are no effect. So you can use your painting knife to scratch the dry painting. Okay, make the article here a little bit here, just to create a little bit of feelings that we have a little bit more details here. Here I want to have some also more details, and all those roofs, they are very dark, and they are create very good, very nice contrast between the white wall and those shade, and also it creates for us the feeling of the geometrical shape of this wall here. So those strokes here, I make stronger, a little bit stronger here. Some few part of this building, and also we have the feeling. I mean, more geometrical feelings of this building. Okay, I just have 5 minutes. I'm not sure I can finish this painting, but actually I can reset. I can reset my stream. So if you wait for me, when this stream drop, I can reset and we can continue to finish our painting. I think I will need around 15 minutes to finish this painting. So the same things we can do with the window. We have like blue color of the window, and we can scratch. Actually, they are too wet, I think. But anyway, we can scratch here in the middle some shape which are inside this window. And the same with doors. And also those scratching things, it give us a little bit of feelings of details. It can give us some highlights. So for example, here this area is very flat. Now it's a little bit too moist, but we wait a bit and we can scratch out some highlights there. Here we can scratch out some highlights. We can show that there's something lighter here in this hole, in this door, that we have dark around, but we have something lighter. Verasan, I can read Russian words or Ukrainian. I know that most Polish people, they understand Russian, they can read those letters, but actually I had when I was a kid, I had few classes of Russian language, but I forgot everything already. So here we want to have some of those small dots, small lines, small something here, to create the feeling of the shape of the building. So here is the shape of the building. So this is not. See, we feel a little bit this area is a bit too flat, but this is not one wall. This have there are many walls. So maybe we want to create a little bit of this a little bit of space and the perspective effect here. So we can use a little bit of like a very light color, or just water. And we, for example, this area here, they are in the back. Maybe we need a little bit of pigment. This area here is in the back. So this area here is in the back. Here we have edges between two white buildings, two white walls. Here we have the edges as well, somewhere here. So we want to make a few strokes to create very light edge here. So this is the wall, and here we have here in the back. Here we have the a little bit darker wall, lighter wall, and we see. So now I think now we feel that there are many surface, many facade of the wall. Thank you very much. Bardzo dziękuję. So did you translate to Polish, or you speak Polish? Okay, 2 minutes till my stream end. Anyway, maybe I will end this. Maybe I will keep this today presentation in within 1 hour. I will add few strokes more. I will add some of those branches here. But I don't want to keep you awake longer, so I will add few strokes and we will finish the presentation. And later on I will post the final result of the painting on my profile. So if you don't follow my profile yet, my Instagram yet, please do. Next weekend we will I will do another live stream, but maybe on Facebook this time. Yeah, next week I'm planning to have 2 live streams. One four-handed stream on Facebook. So four-handed means that we will paint one painting, like 2 artists will paint one painting together. And the second stream will be on Instagram. And we will do like I'm not sure what we will do, but please be in touch with my Instagram and I will post information right away when I know. Okay, so I add branches here. As you can see, the paper is still too moist. I will need to correct it a little bit later on. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. I invite you for the class, for the presentation next week on the weekend, and for my online courses. Please, if you're interested in my courses, write to me and I will answer all questions you have. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye.